Imagine a planet as close to Earth as our sister, but completely hostile, where pressure is like being 900 meters underwater, and temperatures can melt lead. Now imagine the first spacecraft ever sent into this inferno, and actually survived long enough to tell us what it found. This was the Soviet Union's Venus program, and what they uncovered changed our understanding of the second planet forever. Venus, despite being Earth's twin in size and mass, is anything but friendly. Thick clouds of sulfuric acid hide a crushing atmosphere composed mostly of carbon dioxide, producing a runaway greenhouse effect and surface temperatures around 460 degrees Celsius, 860 degrees Fahrenheit. Before the Soviet missions, scientists didn't know exactly what conditions were like on the surface, and many early probes from both the United States and the Soviet Union failed before reaching their target. The Soviet Union launched a series of probes to Venus under the Venera program starting in the 1960s. Venera 3 became the first human-made object to hit another planet. Venus in 1966, though it failed to send data before impact. Venera 4 in 1967 was the first spacecraft to successfully measure another planet's atmosphere, revealing an environment more than 90% carbon dioxide with crushing pressure and heat. These early missions ended the hope that Venus might be an Earth-like world beneath the clouds, but they opened the door to understanding its true nature. The breakthrough came with Venera 7. In 1970, its landing module became the first spacecraft to transmit data from the surface of another planet, surviving long enough to send back real atmospheric and temperature readings. This was followed by Venera 8, which confirmed surface radiation and atmospheric compositions consistent with a dense, extreme environment. Then came Venera 9 and 10, the first missions to return images from Venus's surface. Black and white photographs revealed rocky ground, dramatic shadows, and an alien landscape unlike anything seen before. Later probes, like Venera 13 and 14, delivered some of the most astonishing data. They survived longer than expected in temperatures above 450 degrees Celsius and pressures nearing 90 atmospheres. Venera 13 even transmitted the first color images from another planet's surface. These missions analyzed soil composition, revealing igneous rock types and mechanical properties similar to basaltic rocks on Earth, a key piece in understanding Venus's geology. By mapping surface rock types and atmospheric chemistry, the Soviet program laid the foundation for decades of future research into Venus's formation, evolution, and extreme climate. The Venera missions weren't just about snapshots and numbers, they fundamentally reshaped how we see Venus. They proved that dense atmospheres can create surface conditions vastly different from what size and orbit might suggest. They showed that robotic landers can, briefly, survive extreme planetary environments and deliver invaluable science. And they inspired later missions like Vega, which even deployed atmospheric balloons in Venus's cloud layers during the 1980s. Today, missions like Veritas and Da Vinci NASA are building on this legacy, aiming to map and analyze Venus in even greater detail. What the Soviets discovered was more than a hostile world. It was a mirror showing how different a planet can be from Earth despite looking so similar. But another question looms. Could Venus once have been habitable before this inferno took hold? What if its clouds once sheltered life before turning into a greenhouse furnace? Next on Cosmic If, we'll explore how will SpaceX build a city on Mars? And we want your ideas. What would be the first thing you'd want to see in a Martian city? Tell us in the comments.